And since there is no evidence that racial profiling fully works, we can assume that it's the only other purpose is to soothe the public and assure them that something is being done.
The Debate in the Neighborhood program is a collaboration of the International Debate Education Association and the Interfaith Center of New York, and it's being funded by the Open Society Youth Initiative. The goal of it is to bring immigrant and first-generation youth together in a sort of interfaith atmosphere and let them learn skills of debate and also share something of their own cultures and religions with each other and hopefully develop a little mutual respect and understanding for each other.
The IDEA debate program right now is spanning 3 religious centers: the Sikh organization, Hindu temple, and Jamaica Muslim Center, which I'm a part of.
The idea was not that we wanted, the Muslim students to debate the Sikh students to debate the Hindu students. It was that we wanted them to all work together. And then for the second phase of the program, we brought the students to each place of worship. So the other students from the other 2 groups could see, what the Gurdwara was like, or what the Hindu temple was like, or what the mosque was like.
You really see that there's more than just what you've been experiencing, that there's amazing, dynamic people who have different beliefs than you, and that having different religious beliefs doesn't separate you from those people.
Thank you all for joining us once again today at Eastside Community High School to discuss the controversial topic of ethnic profiling in regards to combating terrorism.
The reason we picked this topic was that we knew that it affected so many faith-based organizations here in New York after 9/11. From that, we could talk about things like bullying and, other issues that affect high school students.
As a kid in middle school, it was pretty tough. One of my classmates made a paper airplane, threw it at my head, and he wanted, trying to call me a terrorist. And it was okay. It was like an everyday thing at the time.
After the 9/11 attacks, my grandmother and my mother, they were at the Bindi, and so they were like all these different groups that would sort of see that and sort of see it translated as terrorist.
A large percentage of them are Middle Easterners. How do you feel about this?
We strongly believe that racial profiling is not a justified means of combating terrorism. It's an act against mankind. It directly contradicts the United States Constitution.
I think that, sadly, there are people in this country who would look at some of these students and think of them as outsiders. Maybe even treat them with suspicion as if they were trying to take something away from us. But the reality is these students are not even old enough to vote, and yet they're already practicing democracy. So they're actually helping us hold on to something that's really important to us. And I think that we should actually thank them for that.
The fact that we come together and that we think together and that we're learning together really helps us relate to each other, where we can say, oh, you had the same idea, well, I had the same idea. And you learn that, religion shouldn't really be a boundary between 2 people.
I spent a lot of time in school trying to explain to people why I practice my religion. And so you can't really get mad at people for not knowing. You have to be able to educate them. You have to be the change that you wish to see.